The Story Vault presents Interstellar Nexus, Episode 2, Echoes of Reality. The rogue planet loomed beneath a fractured sky, its barren surface illuminated by the eerie glow of the mirrored monolith. The structure stood silent and foreboding, its surface rippling like liquid light, reflecting twisted images of the crew gathered before it. Elena Kovar approached cautiously, her breath visible in the freezing air. She raised a gloved hand, hovering it inches from the shimmering surface. "Quantum echoes," she murmured, her voice almost reverent. "A lattice of probabilities folded into a single moment." Prometheus, the AI companion, responded in its calm, measured tone. "The mirrored surface is a stabilized quantum field. Initial analysis suggests resonance with patterns originating from a neighboring reality." Elena's lips curved in a faint smile, her mind racing with possibilities. "A gateway, maybe, or a mirror, showing us what could have been. Either way, we're standing on the edge of something extraordinary." Adrian Keller, standing nearby, took a cautious step forward and grabbed her wrist gently but firmly. "Or something dangerous. We don't know what's waiting on the other side." Elena pulled back slightly, her expression a mix of irritation and amusement. "We'll never know if we don't push the boundaries." The others stood in uneasy silence as the monolith pulsed again. For a brief moment, its surface revealed shadowy figures, humanoid but distorted, watching from the other side. Back at the base camp, warmth from portable heaters provided a fragile respite from the planet's unforgiving cold. The crew gathered around a central hologram as Elena began her explanation. The monolith structure rotated in midair, glowing with patterns of energy and cascading equations. "If the monoliths are quantum stabilizers," she explained, "then they're anchoring probabilities across dimensions. Think of it as threads connecting infinite realities, all interwoven and synchronized." Adrian crossed his arms, his tone skeptical. "And what happens if we pull on one of those threads, or worse, break it?" Prometheus interjected with precision. "Models predict catastrophic collapse. However—" It paused briefly, as if for dramatic effect. "Properly navigated, these structures could serve as conduits, exchanging information, even resources, across dimensions." Elena's eyes lit up. "Do you realize what this means? This isn't just a doorway. It's a chance to rewrite the laws of our universe, to see beyond ourselves, beyond what we thought possible." Adrian shook his head. "It's a chance to destroy everything we've built. Just because we can doesn't mean we should." Elena smirked. "That's what they said about fire, and yet here we are, masters of the stars." Later, in the dim glow of the lab, Elena worked side by side with Prometheus. Equations danced across holographic displays as the AI processed her data in real time. "Prometheus," she said, inputting a series of variables, "cross-reference this wave function with the dimensional data, and simplify it, make it Keller-proof." The AI emitted a faint chuckle. "Simplification complete. Even Adrian should find it comprehensible now." Adrian, leaning against the wall nearby, raised an eyebrow but said nothing. The banter between Elena and Prometheus was sharp but strangely endearing, a reflection of the seamless partnership between human and machine. Prometheus's tone shifted to a more serious register. "This system is not random. The patterns suggest deliberate design. It was built for a purpose." Elena paused, her fingers hovering over the holographic interface. "If it was built, it means someone wanted us to find it." A tremor shook the ground. The lab lights flickered as the monolith began to glow brighter, its surface rippling violently. Outside, the air shimmered with waves of energy, distorting the landscape. Prometheus's voice cut through the tension. Dimensional frequencies are converging. We're triggering an overlap event. The crew rushed to the viewport, their eyes widening as the monolith's surface warped and opened. Shadowy figures emerged, their forms flickering like distorted reflections. Their eyes glowed faintly, their faces shifting between familiarity and alien strangeness. Elena whispered, "They're us, or what we could have been." The figures watched in silence, their presence both haunting and magnetic. Then, without warning, the monolith surged with energy, forcing the crew to retreat. Adrian grabbed Elena's arm, pulling her back. "This isn't safe. We need to move. Now!" The figures faded into the shimmering surface, leaving behind an unsettling stillness. Hours later, Elena sat alone in her quarters, her mind restless. She leaned back in her chair, her eyes scanning the floating holographic projections in front of her. Complex equations repeated endlessly, like a puzzle she couldn't quite solve. Prometheus appeared as a soft glow in the corner of the room. "You seem unsettled, Dr. Kovar." Elena didn't look up. "We're standing on the edge of everything we've ever known, and it's terrifying." Prometheus's tone softened. "Fear and wonder often walk hand in hand, but you are not alone in this." Elena's voice dropped to a whisper. "No, but what if they are?" Her eyes drifted to the monolith on the distant horizon, its surface glowing faintly in the night. Outside, the monolith pulsed with a steady, unnatural rhythm. A ripple spread across its surface, growing into a rift. Slowly, something stepped through. Cloaked in shimmering light, its form flickered and shifted, a figure both alien and familiar, its features impossible to pin down. Prometheus hesitated. For the first time, its voice carried a hint of unease. "Dr. Kovar, I believe we've just made contact." The world seemed to hold its breath. What lies beyond the rift? Who or what has stepped through from the other side? The answers could change everything. If you're ready to journey deeper into the mysteries of Interstellar Nexus, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support helps us explore new dimensions of storytelling. Until next time, stay curious.